Hey guys, it's Ted here, and I'm here to give you guys another fast fact. And for today's fast fact, we'll discuss religious toleration. And now, religious toleration is a pretty big deal and a major accomplishment for the United States. At the time that the United States were formulating the idea, or at least the colonies that would later become the United States, at the time that the concept, the idea of religious toleration was being formulated here, Europe was in the midst of major political and social turmoil over the Protestant Reformation. They were really gripped by the 30 Years' War, which was basically a Protestant against Catholic sort of pan-European civil war. Other societies too have been sort of torn asunder. For example, you have the Sunnis and the Shia in Islam, differing over different concepts of worship and different ideas on the brand of ideology or the different sects within one religion. But in the United States, the concept of simply allowing people to worship as they see fit without any sort of structural oversight or penalization for those ideas came about fairly quickly. But the but the story behind it is really interesting. So Roger Williams, the founder of the Rhode Island colony, gets credit for it. But Roger Williams is a kind of unlikely candidate for founding or at least conceiving the idea of religious toleration. While Roger Williams was a very noted bigot, he had been expelled from the Massachusetts Bay Colony fairly quickly after his arrival because he began preaching for the immediate adoption of stricter, more harsher, separatist attitudes for the churches and the congregations. Really not even preaching or advocating, but simply demanding it. And the governor of Massachusetts Bay Colony, John Winthrop, was having none of it. Winthrop was already having difficulties with his authority from loyal sort of towing the line settlements. He was having none of what Roger Williams was doing. So he banished Roger Williams. He sent him down to Narragansett Bay. Roger Williams, in a sort of coup de grace move, had his followers follow him, and he founded the settlement of Providence and later on Rhode Island, the colony of Rhode Island. Now, Roger Williams ran Rhode Island just the way the Puritans ran Massachusetts. He was very intolerant of other groups. But what Roger Williams found was that he, like John Winthrop, could not stop people from coming into his colony. And if more and more people came into the colony, Williams found that they, one, either didn't care or to share his religious output, or they had their own religious outputs that they very dearly stuck to. Williams also found that his own congregation, the group that had founded the settlement, was very quickly becoming the minority. And fearing that they would be expelled from the home that they founded, he came up with the idea of simply allowing everybody from all other religious backgrounds to simply live in harmony with each other, to not really associate or congregate with each other, but simply to respect and allow each other to practice their religions as they saw fit. And then you guys have it. That is the story of religious toleration, the origin of religious toleration in the what would later become the United States. A religious bigot, fearing that his own congregation will become minorities in a settlement they were forced to found after being evicted from their previous settlement, comes up with the idea to have a sort of had a way to sort of preserve themselves, had a face-saving idea. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the Fast Fact. And as always, I'm Ted, and I'll see you guys next time for another Fast Fact.